Live streaming is on.
All right. Let's get started here. So we are going to talk about the. So the main question in the accounting is, did the work get done? Are we on upfront pay stop as is required?
Okay, these are the criteria.
So for me, all these criteria are work criteria, right? So you have make sure that this does happen, status report, agreement on how the funds. So again, for me, this is like all work. And it's agreements, but to get agreement, you need calculations, right?
Yeah. Yeah, all of this work happened way before the deadline, for sure.
All right, well, let's just do a quick review and see if it's all correct. If it's correct, I think that we did prevent the upfront pay stop. Also, I think this is the same sort of thing. Like the proposal could be to change accounting internal deadline to a half pay stop.
To a what?
A half pay stop as opposed to a full upfront pay stop, because it's like external deadlines I want to prioritize, like our taxes and things like that. The taxes don't get done. We have to pay, sometimes thousands of dollars of fines for taxes if you don't do the taxes on time. Upfront pay stop, no one gets paid, right? So the idea that this would be at the same level as that just seems like it's a little bit much.
Who's handling the taxes? I'm looking.
All of us do the taxes.
Okay.
So, except for Mel doesn't work on the taxes, but that's fine. But me and Alberto and Joyce and Ate and.
Do you mind if I ask, do you use TurboTax, or is there another form you're using for business?
We do all of our taxes internally on normal forms.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I can do taxes too, but I do taxes through Good Cause Group, and it's a different entity, Good Cause Group and SUG FQN. And at any point, anyone can volunteer to or sign up for taxes and payroll, like we said. But so it's most like PCC, you basically sign up and for the tax you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, it says we have a negative account, so that's a huge problem we need to fix.
Yeah.
So we have account in the you said it's the CCC account?
Yeah, it's the CCC.
Time to pause.
Checking. Yeah.
All right, so we need to take care of that. So that one you need to continue to remind to make sure we get that addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Minimal accounting next 2 months, so we need $3,000, $3,262. So this includes payrolls, reimbursements, bonuses, bills.
The bonus actually should be a little bit lower, maybe for the first month, as we have cut them, and we don't know about the next month.
Okay. So we'd probably be good with about $3,000.
Yeah.
Transferred. Okay, so need to transfer $3,000 into the account.
Okay.
Then we have Joyce fiat payment. So Joyce is still a problem. What's the status for Joyce's payroll, and what is she requesting?
She has given us now a PayPal that is temporary until she finally manages to set up an account. But for the moment, she's given.
Is the PayPal in
the spreadsheet? Yeah.
But is the PayPal in her name?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's an email, but
is it her email?
It's not her email. No, it's a different email.
So for the PayPal, it sounds like this would be against policy still, right? Against policy?
It would be, yeah.
So we would all need to agree to do policy tracking. I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's maybe like 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So let's make sure there's agreement with all the payroll workers on that one.
Yeah. She said it's temporary.
This is all bad, but that's not a priority. Click to mail check, so that's good. Innovate United LLC accounts, payroll, check, tokens, and liquidity. So we're working on that. SVG equity ownership. Okay, so this is changing to overall FQN and SVG equity ownership.
All right.
Okay.
Because we have Umbrella Showcase website. Assets, organizing, transferring, accounting. So that one's better. Other accounts listing half year budget. So we haven't done our half year budget. When is our half year budget due? Do we have a
Right now.
deadline? Yeah, let's add that to our deadlines list, right? It needs to be added to deadlines list. I think this could also be a half pay stop deadline because it's an internal deadline, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Money, future real-time accounting status. So yeah, that's bad, but we're not prioritizing that. Agreement, the accounting status was updated, completed, and verified. So this is what we did not do, is we didn't get agreement that the accounting
Time
status
for breath.
quick breath. So
Time for breath.
inhale and exhaling and inhaling together. And all right. So for me, the proposal would be to retroactively approve the accounting status update report as of what's the date? What's the date? Do you have that in there?
Today is the 16th. Is that right? Yes.
Well, no, we're retroactively
There w-
approving
Oh.
quarter.
March. I mean, the work that we did the work on March 14th.
Okay.
March
Then
4th.
yesterday I just updated the accounts because of since we got that refund of $30, and then I just made a check and
Okay, so basically this is a very important component of the primary criteria needs to include criteria item number 5. Criteria item number 5, which here says there's number 4, is the agreement. And it's not agreement on how much funds needs to be transferred. It's agreement that the status update was completed and verified.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
So that's the part that wasn't done. So that would be against policy. So we need to do policy tracking on that. So details, let's say 30 minutes of policy tracking for not completing the 5th required criteria, right?
okay.
Right. So anyone, and that would be for you and Joyce, right? For you and Joyce. So the only thing you would need to do to prevent breaking that policy is just to propose it on Discord. So did you propose agreement on Discord and vote on it?
No, I didn't.
And then it can be done async. All right, so are there any questions about the proposal to retroactively approve the accounting status update report before the quarter moves from March 14th? And again, the details is that this would require policy tracking and that this prevents upfront pay stop from happening.
No questions.
Are there any concerns?
No concerns.
No concern.
Are there any objections?
No.
Okay, so we have consensus. Any other questions about this topic? Could we go over the follow-up real quick, or do you want to just move on?
No, let's go over the follow-up.
For pause.
All right, 5-second pause. Okay, so really quickly on the follow-up, this should just take a minute. So the follow-up on the transfer funds not applicable to upfront pay. So agreed upon to be transferred. Okay, but we haven't done it. Has the assets been transferred? No. Have the assets been associated? No. And transfer like no. So this still needs to be followed up. All right, so continue to follow up daily until we get the
Okay.
Cool. All right. Any other questions? I think
No.
we're ready for topic 2. So topic 2, we're going back to CCC and we're going back to the overall spreadsheet. So topic 2, the overview, and the link is this recruitment round spreadsheet. And so for the recruitment round spreadsheet, we are focusing on the tab that says priorities list. So the main goal here is just making sure our priorities are updated, that we know who's doing what by when, and any particular next steps. For me, the biggest problem is this by when is just not clear. We don't have it organized. It's not clear what, like it says by Friday, by next week, but it's like what date is it? So we need to update this. This one says March 20th. So March 20th is good as far as by when. You know? Great. So should we just go through the list and one by one? Mel? Does that
Yes.
sound good, Mel?
Yeah.
Is Mel here? All right, maybe she's on mute. All right, so the first one is the cold invitation or post. All right, so when do we want this? I mean, basically, a first draft has been completed, right? So the current status is, do we have a status there? Yeah, here is status. It's drafted, right? So drafted, so it's pretty good.
Well,
Almost.
no, Jay, the notes, there's like a lot of, there's next steps and then notes. So then status is just like, it's either in progress, someone started it, it's almost done, let's get it done. And then in green, it's like, great, green light, you know? So, yeah. All right, anyways, it's just,
Well, I mean,
okay, we can change the categories. I just had 4, but yes, yeah,
well, I
draft
don't care
it.
what the categories are. I just feel like, for example, line 9,
Uh-huh.
mostly 10. I don't know if I agree that they're done yet, right?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that because what is considered, I think they're done because, but like,
I
if
think
each
that
one
they
needs
should be
4
reviewed
people
and finalized.
reviewing it, oh,
Yeah, they just need to be reviewed and finalized, right? That would be the last step.
okay. Mhm.
Time to stretch.
All right, quick 30-second stretch. 30 seconds represents our, I believe, our halfway point before our next break. All right. So I would just put these yellow, you know, and I'll just say like almost done. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Or I could change it to like, you know, review, right? Final review, final reviews.
Okay. But who needs the final review? Like for example, Stacey and I did line 10, right? The follow or not 9, the follow-up interest email. So then I already did it. Just Stacey did it. Do you and Alberto need to do it? So then that could be in the what is the next step for something like that. But I mean, you know, who does the final review basically?
Well, I mean, I guess the goal is just getting agreement that we're all ready to move forward with the recruitment round. Is that correct? Is
Yeah.
that's all we
Yeah.
really need?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just put that as a goal here. I'll put it like, I don't know, line 13 or something like that. That we want team agreement to start posting and right.
Okay.
So if there's team agreement on the actual posting and outreach, that implies that we also have agreement on our intake form and our process for when people come in and that everything's ready to go. So basically we can say everything is done pending agreement. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So done pending agreement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's just all that the only thing that needs to be finalized is just this agreement to that we're all ready to do everything. Like post everything and finally and actually move forward. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
So,
No?
yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So what I don't know when we're gonna get to this. Obviously, we need to make sure it's after. I'll put it down to like a 6. So after we do all of our recruitment stuff, we'll be ready to basically start doing the posting and outreach. And then at that point, we'll have a team agreement on everything. And again, it's not necessarily team agreement. Technically speaking, the agreement would be with what we call like NRT. So basically, it's the new recruit team. It's the team that is involved in the recruitment process. So anyone on the team who's not involved in recruitment does not need to approve that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just people who are involved with it. All right. So, but main sessions are a great place to do it. Okay, so let's go back to our cold invitation post. Where we were on that. When is that going to be done by?
Close invitation. So
Time to pause.
5-second pause. So let's just say by next Monday, right? So next Monday is going to be I mean, a lot of things should be done by next Monday. So that's the 20th.
okay.
Right? So we want, for example, our 2-pager by the 20th. We want our cold invitation by the 20th. We want our updated intake form. The intake form, I feel like it is such slightly different situation, but do we want basically everything to be done by the 20th? Is that the idea here?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes, yeah, let's absolutely aim for that. And as by the way, this is the budget that's that we want to it's a priority because the funds are in this budget to pay everyone on the call.
Priority.
Yeah.
Top
Okay.
priority.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the recruitment setup process is already done, right?
Okay.
Is that true? I feel
Yeah,
like
well, I mean, like, I think it's true because after the team call, me and you had with Alberto and Stacy when we created the stock, and then we stayed on for another hour and a half to go
I
through
think
it, right?
it says it's in progress, but I think it's pretty much
Done. Yeah.
the recruitment process. Well, I feel like the only thing that's missing with the recruitment process setup is that we have there's 2 parts to this. One part is the intake form and all of that, which is the line 20 team agreement to start posting an outreach. So when the setup is completed,
The setup is completed when all of this is completed, right?
yeah. So the other task here that we can note down here is the recruitment round doc or sheet. This is a sheet and worker coordination, right? So that is done. We totally completed that, but we're in the progress of finishing the overall recruitment round setup, and that will be completed when we have team agreement on so that the setup is completed, right? And we're ready to move forward with the rest of it, okay? But this is totally done. The recruitment round sheet. All right, that makes sense. Are we on the same page?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So so this is done. This is done. Those are going to be ready by Monday. I go to outreach email group for communication. Outreach email group for communication. So I believe this is already have a couple options there. We just need to get agreement on that. We might want to adjust that if we wanted to. Let's do that as the next step. So we have email agreement. Okay. Then we have Facebook group.
Time for breath.
All right.
Inhale.
Exhale. And inhale together. So, I mean, we could try to just get all of this done by Monday.
What needs to be done for the Facebook group? It just needs to be created.
Yeah, just create it. I can take care of that because it's super easy and quick, and it'll be policy and everything. The email group, again, but the idea is make sure we have understanding about what we want to use. We can just get something started, and then we can always change it.
Okay.
The only other thing I want to check here is the calendar. Is the 27th. So I think that the 27th would be a good time to have the Google site integration drafted, right? So
Okay.
27th, that gives an additional week for that, although we'll try to get it done this weekend, or at least have something this weekend. And then this is not started. All right. Change name from WCCC over what? So how's the website going?
I worked on it today and recently, but I need to have a buddy team session with UJ because the domains aren't linking, and so that's kind of like a screen share kind of thing that we can do. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the content is fine, but the mask for WCTC somehow got unmasked. So if you guys go to wctc.world right now, I don't know what got disconnected. So a few issues, but it's like 90% done.
Okay, so let's just say we try to get everything for the website done by the 20th. Stacy's review by the 27th. That's okay?
Yeah.
All right. The 2-pager, we want to have it drafted by Monday. And we'll start that. Ideally, we could start that today. So let's note that as another priority for today would be the starting two-pager. And start.
Just to clarify for that last topic, you're trying to get it in for review for me on the 27th. Not that it needs to be done by me on the 27th, although I can probably do it in one day.
No, that doesn't make any sense to me because why is she reviewing it after it's the deadline?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
And she could currently review it now. It should be round 1 review, round 2 review.
That would be
Round 1
great,
is
yeah.
the current. Stacey, I did ask you to take a look at the website and because you have fresh eyes and take a look at it where it stands, and then as we make changes, the final review.
Okay, great.
The website's ready for review.
Okay, I'm gonna get on that after.
But no, you said the website is ready for review.
Yes.
With the exception of the link, right?
Yes,
Right.
but then I did include the link that you can use to review it in
Time to pause.
I know I have it.
line 19.
Line 19. Okay. Sorry, line 19. Okay, thank you, Mel.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so pause 5 seconds.
Okay.
All right, so that's our 3-minute warning for their break. All right, so that brings us to the recruitment process setup. So this is the recruitment process setup. Details this recruitment round sheet. So why am I confused on that one? I think I just moved that. Okay, so this is in progress. Great.
Yeah.
So I think everything else is not as high a priority, right? So interview, framework, setup, what questions to ask and show them. I don't think that's a huge priority right now, right?
It's not a huge priority because it's rated 6. Anything below is 6 and below. So anything below isn't a priority. If anyone wants to move anything below it rated 6 or below up higher, then I think we should talk about that, you know?
Yeah. So I was going to put some of this for March 27th as far as like, maybe we could try to go for the stuff for next week if we're there at that point. That sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I think this looks like a pretty good next steps and plan overall. What do you think? Anything else we want to go over as far as who's doing the
No, I guess.
So for me, I definitely want to talk about scheduling because there was at least 2 or 3 things here that needed to be a scheduled buddy team. So let's schedule buddy teams real quick.
Okay.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Yes.
So one idea that was discussed is actually at the end of this meeting to just split up into buddy teams and get focused on work. So
What time would that be? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
whenever we're done with the session, I don't know.
Okay.
The next couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Right. So since I'm departing in roughly 20 minutes, I'm thinking I can come back and join in on that if you guys are still meeting.
Hit us up for sure. See where it's at. There's also obviously Cobalt or Sonic later. You know, Cobalt or Sonic.
No, that's right. That's right. Okay.
I mean, we're in Cobalt already, Jay.
Well, Cobalt R3, whatever. It's probably more like Sonic. All right. So then tomorrow. So let's look at tomorrow. We have value, half your budget, SCG client work.
Cobalt is free tomorrow.
Yeah, but so for client work tomorrow, maybe we could prioritize CCC. Is that something we would want to try to do or not? Like sponsorship and stuff, or?
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I have time tomorrow.
Okay, so we have tomorrow, Andromeda.
Time to take a break.
All right, time for our break. We have tomorrow Andromeda hour 3, and
Cobalt as well.
and then Saturday might be a little difficult. So let's just give a try for tomorrow. Like after this session tomorrow, that should take care of most of it, and then we can go from there, right?
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
so
can you just Andromeda hour 3 is what time Pacific?
Yeah.
Same time as today, so it's gonna be 3 p.m. 6 p.m.
Great. Okay.
3 to 6. Okay.
I'm in. Yeah.
All right.
So 5-minute break.
Yeah, so take a 5-minute break. When we get back, let's continue this because I don't think we're quite done.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.